Guru from the Blessed One, Tathagata and the head, completely perfect Buddha, great victor Shakyamuni Lord, to you we bow, go for refuge, and offer gifts, so please bless us. Guru from the Blessed One, Tathagata and the head, completely perfect Buddha, great victor Shakyamuni Lord, to you we bow, go for refuge, and offer gifts, so please bless us. Guru from the Blessed One, Tathagata and the head, completely perfect Buddha, great victor Shakyamuni Lord, to you we bow, go for refuge, and offer gifts, so please bless us. O Blessed One, Shakyamuni Buddha, precious treasury of compassion, bestower of supreme inner peace, you who love all beings without exception, are the source of happiness and goodness, and you guide us to the liberating path. Your body is a wish-fulfilling jewel. Your speech is supreme purifying nectar, and your mind is refuge for all living beings. With folded hands I turn to you, supreme unchanging friend. I request from the depths of my heart, please give me the light of your wisdom to dispel the darkness happiness of my mind, and to heal my mental continuum. Please nourish me with your goodness, that I in turn may nourish all beings with an unceasing banquet of delight. Through your compassionate intention, your blessings and virtuous deeds, and my strong wish to rely upon you, may all suffering quickly cease, and all happiness and joy be fulfilled, and may holy Dharma flourish forevermore.
Okay, so good morning. So now we've completed the common and uncommon paths, and we're up to training in receiving blessings. And we do this with the mantra recitation. So with the mantra recitation that it has in this prayer booklet, the sadhana, then Venerable Geshe says here the mantra recitation is used for accomplishing long life. So this mantra recitation that we do in that's in the booklet is used for accomplishing long life, but because this is a long life Buddha, White Tara's Buddha of long life, wisdom and good fortune. But Venerable Geshe says that in reality, wisdom is very important. And so temporarily we increase our lifespan, but actually the ultimate attainment is the Dharmakaya. That's the actual long life, is the Dharmakaya, because it's deathless. So we're reciting her mantra as a request used for long life, but the actual long life is the Dharmakaya, because in the Dharmakaya we're deathless. So, but a long life may not be that important if we're not using it to practice Dharma. If we're just using it for ordinary purposes, just engaging in just being concerned in the things of this life alone, then it's not very important. And if we engage it in negative actions, then it's really not really important. So, but if we are practicing Dharma, then a long life is very meaningful, and we can learn from our suffering. Our suffering, our problems can be very useful. We can increase our renunciation, we can increase our compassion. We can use these problems and suffering as lessons to increase our virtuous minds, and also our bodhicittas increasing. So for someone who has Dharma, then for them problems and suffering helps, because we can transform them into the spiritual path, so their mind becomes peaceful. There's no real problem. But unless you have this kind of ability, there's not much meaning in a long life. So Therefore, we can use this mantra to increase wisdom. So Venerable Geshe gave a specific visualization to increase our wisdom. And so this is what we're going to be doing in this meditation, is doing this visualization, because we really need wisdom and we really need these 7 types of wisdom. So the visualization that we'll do is light rays radiate from the letter Tam, at our on a moon at our heart is letter Tam, surrounded by the mantra rosaries. So light rays radiate from the letter Tam and mantra rosaries and draw back the 7 types of wisdom of all Buddhas in the aspect of an apala flower, which comes from all directions, dissolves into our heart, or through our crown into our heart, and becomes inseparable. So we mix with the mind, and we strongly believe that we have these 7 types of wisdom, which are increasing. So wisdom is more important than long life. And then with our wisdom, it encourages you to practice Dharma. Wisdom teaches you what you should do and what you should not do. Your wisdom becomes like a spiritual teacher. And then, because you're engaging in Dharma purely, then you realize that long life is also important. So this is coming from our wisdom. So we're going to be doing this specific visualization to increase wisdom, and we believe that these 7 types of wisdom are increasing. And again, Rabton gave a short commentary on these 7 types of wisdom. So there's, and we really want these. This is what we're, in the visualization, we're really wanting these 7 types of wisdom. So there's great wisdom, which is where we first understand emptiness. And then clear wisdom, where we have an understanding of the 2 truths. A quick wisdom, and that understanding has become effective to reduce our self-grasping quickly. So we're quickly reducing our self-grasping, and it's actually not, we realize it's not real, and we relax. And profound wisdom is when we have a direct realization of emptiness. And then there's the wisdom of expounding Dharma, where we lead others to the realization of emptiness. There's a wisdom of debate, where when we get challenged, we can debate with our wisdom. And the wisdom of composing text, which people will read and increase their wisdom. So, such beautiful wisdoms, and there's 7 types of wisdom, and we want these and we need these. So in the meditation, we can really be wishing for these 7 types of wisdom, and we believe that we do have these 7 types of wisdom, that light radiates out from the letter Tam and matcha rosaries and draw back these 7 types of wisdom of all the Buddhas in the aspect of apala flowers, which come from all directions, and they dissolve, they come through our crown and dissolve into our heart and become inseparable. And so we believe that we have these 7 types of wisdom. And then we will know what to practice and what to abandon. Ourself will be our own spiritual guide, and we'll realise how important a long life is. So that's what we'll be doing with the meditation, and then we'll have a little bit longer for the mantras, just a couple of minutes longer for each of these. And so the first mantra is White Tara's specific mantra. And here I'll just go through what the mantra means. So with Om, we are calling Arya Tara. And then Om Tare means please release me from the prison of samsara. So Om Tare, Om Arya Tara, please liberate me and all living beings from samsara's prison. And to Tare Ture, please protect us from the dangers of fire, water, elephants, lions. So these are what we call the 8 dangers, and they are in the front of Liberation from Sorrow actually talks about these 8 dangers and 8 fears of the 8 dangers. So the 8 outer fears are the fears of lions, elephants, fire, snake, thieves, water bondage, and evil spirits. And these are actually representing these 8 inner fears, which are our delusions. So in reality, they are the delusions. So lions are pride, elephants are ignorance, fire is anger, snakes are jealousy, and then there's wrong views, attachment, miserliness, and deluded doubt. So this is what we're actually requesting, to be free from these 8 dangers. So we're requesting, please liberate me from the 8 fears, which are actually the 8 dangers. And then Mama Aya Punya means please bestow long life, good fortune, and wisdom. So the entire mantra is Om Arya Tara, please liberate myself and all beings from samsara's prison. Please protect us from the 8 fears or 8 dangers such as fire, water, and so forth. And please bestow long life, good fortune, and wisdom. And then also there's because White Tara is one of the assembly of Taras, then we recite Tara's general mantra. Om Tare to Tare Ture Soha. And the meaning of that is also in Yoga of Enlightened Mother. So in the meditation, then we will start with, again, reducing distractions and going for refuge. And then we'll go through the common and uncommon paths and having some time to meditate on emptiness and self-generation. And then when we get to the mantra recitation, we'll go through the request here, but then the actual I'll guide the meditation on requesting wisdom. And then we've got a little bit more time for the actual mantra recitation. Okay, so you can choose a comfortable posture and just spend a little bit of time reducing distractions. And then we can imagine in the space in front of us as living Buddha Shakyamuni, surrounded by all the other holy beings. Buddha Shakyamuni is smiling at us with eyes of compassion. And we're surrounded by all living beings, the 6 realms, all in human form. Closest to us is our parents and family and other friends and acquaintances and other people who have particular sufferings, and then a vast ocean of living beings. And we're leading them and going for refuge. We imagine that they are happy to go for refuge. And then we can begin the refuge prayers.
I and all sentient beings, until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings, until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings, until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. In particular, to liberate all living beings from the cycle of contaminated rebirth, samsara, I will accomplish as quickly as possible a Buddha's enlightenment. For this purpose I will engage in the practice of Venerable White Tara. Om Subhawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Subhawa Shuddhoham. Om, all phenomena including myself are purified of inherent existence, ham. Everything becomes emptiness. Om Shunyata Jnana Vajrasobhava Emakoham. I am the wisdom truth body of all the Buddhas, inseparable from emptiness. From the state of emptiness upon a white lotus and moon, my mind appears as a letter tam. This transforms into an upala flower marked by a letter tam. From this light rays radiate, fulfilling the welfare of living beings. Gathering back, they completely transform, and I arise as White Tara, the compassionate mother of all living beings, who bestows the attainment of the deathless Vajra body. I have a white-colored body, the nature of wisdom light, one face, 2 hands, and 7 eyes. My right hand is in the gesture of supreme giving, and my left hand holds an upala flower. I sit with my legs in the Vajra posture. I am in the prime of my youth, adorned with beautiful garments and the major and minor marks. My back is supported by a moon disk. Light rays radiate from my heart and invite the wisdom beings from all directions, together with the empowering deities. The wisdom beings dissolve into me, and we become inseparably one. The empowering deities grant the empowerment, and my crown is adorned by amitayas. On a moon at my heart is a letter tam surrounded by the mantra rosaries. Light rays radiate from the letter tam and mantra rosaries, and draw back the power of the 5 elements, the blessings of the body, speech, mind, good qualities and deeds of all the Buddhas, the power and potential of mantras and of the life and merit of every single living being in the 6 realms, all in the aspect of the nectar of immortality and rays of light. These enter through my crown, filling my body. All negativities, obstructions, and obstacles to life are completely pacified, and I attain the supreme deathless Vajra body.
So we can imagine on a moon at my heart is a letter tam surrounded by the mantra rosaries. Light rays radiate from the letter tam and mantra rosaries and draw back the 7 types of wisdom of all Buddhas in the aspect of Apala flowers which come from all directions. And they dissolve into a heart through a crown and become inseparable with our minds. So light rays radiate from letter tam and mantra rosaries and draw back the 7 types of wisdom for all the Buddhas in the aspect of Upala flowers which come from all directions, enter through our crown, dissolve into our heart and become inseparable. So it's mixed with our mind, and we strongly believe the 7 types of wisdom are increasing. So imagine and believe on a moon at my heart is the letter Tam, surrounded by the mantra rosaries. Light rays radiate from the letter Tam and mantra rosaries and draw back the 7 types of wisdom of all Buddhas in the aspect of the Pali flowers, which comes from all directions and enters through our crown, dissolves into our heart and becomes inseparable. We strongly believe these 7 types of wisdom are increasing. and then we can continue with the mantra recitations.
Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punya Jnana Putrim Kuriya Soha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punya Jnana Putrim Kuriya Soha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. When I see the signs of untimely death, may I immediately receive the blessings of Aryatara, and having destroyed the Lord of Death, may I quickly attain the deathless Vajra body, so that the tradition of Tsongkhapa, the king of the Dhamma, may flourish. May all obstacles be pacified, and may all favorable conditions abound. Through the two collections of myself and others, gathered throughout the three times, may the doctrine of Conqueror Losandrapa flourish